The NFC Championship game has arrived. One more spot in Super Bowl VIII, and it'll come down to these two teams, the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's take a look at the notes for the game. The Rams, this is their third NFC Championship game appearance. They've won an NFC Championship game, and they've lost one. They lost to Green Bay in 2018, but beat San Francisco in 2021. Coming here as the 6th seed in the NFC, they're the 9th-ranked offense in the league and the 11th-ranked defense in the league. And then the keys to win the game, you have to stop the run. Philadelphia's got one of the best running games in the entire NFL. That's a unit to stop. Test the wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They're big weapons, so man up and make sure to play aggressive against them. Push the ball down the field. Keep that Eagles defense tired. It's a tough defense to break down. If the Rams can do it, they can easily be able to wear them out and outscore Philadelphia. And then apply constant pressure to Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts can get out of the pocket and run, could be a long day for the Rams. On to the Eagles. This is also their third NFC Championship game appearance. They've also go 1-1, and they also lost to Green Bay and beat San Francisco. So pretty funny. Looking to go back to the Super Bowl. Of course, they lost to Kansas City a year ago. They're the 2nd seed in the NFC. They have the 5th-ranked offense in the NFL, along with the 3rd-best defense. Mentioned that how the Rams are going to have a challenge with that. They can't let the Rams establish a rhythm, as that Rams offense can easily do a lot of damage even without Puka Nacua. Limit the big-time playmakers on offense. Kyren Williams, Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Kupp. You keep them contained, then not really a lot of momentum can be established. So those two kind of go together for this Eagles defense. And then out-physicalize the Rams. Of course, Philadelphia has been doing that all season long. Should be no challenge for them. So here we go. Let's send you out to Lincoln Financial Field for the Rams taking on the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Here we go. One spot at the Super Bowl on the line, and it comes down to these two teams. For one of them, a Cinderella story who's made it this far in the playoffs and is not willing to give up just yet. The other, looking to go back to the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year and get a second chance at beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Either way, both these teams have had such a successful season, and they're not going to let their story end today. We've got snow, we've got cold weather, we've got tough football ahead of you. So sit back and get ready for an action-packed NFC Championship game. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles take on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. The last two NFC representatives in the Super Bowl square off for another shot to go back. And here we go. Brett Maher kicks us off and away. This will land inside the 5, and Boston Scott will be on the return, and he'll get wrapped up at the 27-yard line. So out comes Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Philadelphia was 2-2 at one point, but a huge run at the end of the regular season. They go 12-1 in that span, make the playoffs as a 2-seed, dominate Green Bay, dominate Tampa Bay. They've got a new challenge in the Rams. We'll see what number 1 can do with this high-powered offense. So now from the 42, 1st and 10, Hurts under center. Good look to throw. Hurts launching it deep down the field. Double coverage. It's intercepted. Picked off. And it's Kendrick with the interception. And it's an early turnover for the Eagles. Not the way you wanted to start in a home playoff game. And out comes Matthew Stafford, who's had ridiculous stats in the playoffs. Amazing game on the road against San Francisco. Amazing game on the road against Detroit. This might be the most hostile environment he's met yet. We'll see what number 9 can do. So now 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Hurts in the shotgun. What do they do here? They're going to throw. Hurts, plenty of time, going to run. Jalen Hurts spins into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And after the interception, Jalen Hurts able to respond and get a touchdown to get the Eagles on the board first. Their defense forcing a punt, and their offense drives right back down the field and scores. Their offense has been really 50-50 throughout the season. One week they look really good, the next they don't. Thought that was going to be the case this week, but Jalen Hurts able to capitalize and overcome the bad interception on the opening drive. And yet another rushing touchdown for him. He's had the most in the past 3 seasons out of any quarterback in the league. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson are 2nd and 3rd. As here's the extra point from Jake Elliott to make it 7-0. Eagles lead at home in the NFC Championship game. Now from the 3-yard line, less than 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter, Kyron Williams, wide open, touchdown, Los Angeles. And the Rams respond right back, and an extra point away from tying the game. Just an easy route, and it was just really a read from Stafford if the slant was there, or if Kyron Williams was open out of the backfield, and that was the case. An easy touchdown for 23. He's had a pretty good year rushing, but receiving has been the strength for him this season, and the Rams tied this thing up. So both teams don't score in their opening drive, but, and here we go, 2nd and 13. The Eagles will not elect to snap it and take it to the end of the first quarter. Tied at 7. Very good game to start in the snow. So now from the 40, here's Hurts throwing. It is, it's caught! A.J. Brown, what a catch for a gain of 25. And it puts the Eagles inside field goal range to the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game. Brown had a quiet week against Green Bay, had a really good game against Tampa Bay, and a huge catch for 25 to move the sticks. Let's take a look at the replay here. Look at this grab by A.J. Brown. Look at that. One-on-one, and he simply just went up there and caught it. And that's what I mean by test the receivers if you're the Rams. Got to play more physical than that. 2nd and 5 from the 12. Swift in the backfield. Hurts the throw. Intercepted! Christian Roseboom takes it to the 12. And the Rams get their second interception of the half. 2 huge mistakes by the Eagles. They have 5 takeaways in this postseason, but they have turned it over twice. The Rams had no takeaways on defense in their previous 2 playoff games. Now they have 2 in the opening half. 3rd down and 2. And here's play action. Stafford throws, and it's incomplete. Excellent defense from Philadelphia. And we'll see what the Rams decide to do on 4th down and 2. So here we go. McVay keeping the offense out at the 2-yard line. Stafford in the gun. Gonna throw. Looking. Fires. It's caught for the touchdown. Tyler Higbee, who was limited last week because of a shoulder injury, comes back in the starting lineup and catches the touchdown on 4th down. And I mentioned earlier the Eagles, who've only turned it over once this entire postseason, have turned it over twice. And the Rams get points off the turnover with Higbee. Only Stafford on 4th and 2 in tight situations. The benefit of having a veteran who's been here before. Now here's the extra point. And the Rams drain a lot of time and go up 14-7 off an 8-minute drive. So here's the punt from Mann. This will take us down to the 2-minute warning. This Eagles offense has been awful in the second quarter. Got a flag down, and this will most likely be on the Rams, and it will be a block in the back on Bryce Young. And there's the run by Williams that will take us down to the half. 14-7. The Los Angeles Rams, the Cinderella story, trying to continue it. They're up 14-7 on the Eagles at the break. 3rd and 14, long way to go. Hurts looking, has plenty of time, wide open. A.J. Brown runs for the first down and more. And the Eagles move the chains inside Rams territory. The bright side of this Eagles offense, A.J. Brown, 2 catches for 47 yards. And Philadelphia on the move, nearing the 5-minute mark to go in the third quarters. The Rams, I don't know what happened. They've been playing man defense so well today to switch the zone. 4th and inches. Here's a fake Hurts to the outside. He's got room. No, Johnson missed the tackle. It's a touchdown. Jalen Hurts runs it in on 4th and inches. The Rams bit on the option. Hurts pulled it down, kept it, and ran all the way for the touchdown. The last thing the Rams needed was to allow Philly with a touchdown, and a long drive by Philadelphia results in 6. second rushing touchdown for Jalen Hurts today. Both have been from 5 yards plus. And now here's the extra point from Elliott. Crucial, saw a miss in the Kansas City game, but Elliott won't miss here. Tied at 14 with less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. As the Rams will not elect to snap it, they'll have a 2nd and 6 inside their own territory to start the fourth, knotted up at 14, who will go to Super Bowl 8 in just 2 weeks. So here's the field goal from Maher. And he missed it! Wide right! And that makes 2 crucial missed kicks today. Maher could have put the Rams up by 3. Instead, it stays a tie game. Unbelievable. And the Eagles get it back with an opportunity to take the lead. What can Jalen Hurts do in huge situations such as this? 2nd and 10 from the 49. Hurts looking pressured. Is sacked. First sack of the game. And it's Christian Roseboom. Had the interception in the second quarter. He has a loss of 9. And it looked like Philadelphia tried to set up the screen. It just didn't develop. And in came Christian Roseboom and a whole bunch of others who were in the backfield ready to see Jalen Hurts. And Roseboom was the one who got there first. From the 26. Clock ticking. Play action. Stafford scanning. Throwing tight window. Cooper Kupp stays on his feet. He's down to the 1. What a play from Stafford to thread the needle and find Cooper Kupp. He's had over 100-yard receiving games in both of the previous 2 playoff games, and he's nearing another 100-yard game here. That legendary run 2 years ago with Stafford and Kupp being replicated here. And now 1st and goal from the 1 after the Coop play. Here's a Gabe Williams untouched touchdown. And the Rams take the lead. Kyren Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the day as a receiving and now a rushing touchdown. And as we approach 5 minutes to go, the Eagles' season will be in the hands of Jalen Hurts to try and get another shot against Kansas City. As now Maher missed a field goal. Can he hit the extra point? He's 2 for 2 on them today. He's now 3 for 3. 21-14. The Rams up by 7. So now at the 36. Rams defense has to stay stout here. Hurts intercepted. It's Johnson who stays on his feet, finally wrapped up at the 24. The 3rd pick out of Jalen Hurts. And this Rams defense has played outstanding today. And they have an opportunity to pull off the upset. This is a huge make from Maher. He got it. 10-point lead. And possibly the dagger. The Rams, they're also looking at a rematch at Kansas City. 2 minutes to go in the NFC Championship game with the Rams up 14-24. 2nd and inches. Hurts looking. He's sacked. Blown up in the backfield by Young. They get to the line quick. 3rd down and 7. Hurts looking. Throwing it up to the sideline. Oh, what a catch. A.J. Brown. Here we go. Hurts. Blown coverage. Julio Jones for the touchdown. What a drive. And Julio Jones making this crowd remember he's on the Eagles. And now 58 seconds. And it will come down to an onside kick no matter what. As Hurts, the Rams just didn't get set and they blew the coverage. Julio Jones was wide open in the end zone. That's Hurts' first passing touchdown of the game. But onside kicks have been pretty difficult to get this year. There have only been 3 successful ones, none of which have came this postseason. Now here's the extra point from Jake Elliott. It is up and through 24-21. It will come down to this to keep the Eagles alive. Elliott to try and keep it alive. Oh, it goes off a Ram. It's loose. Who has it? And I think the Rams, yes, they recover. Oh, everyone's heart dropped in Los Angeles. But with 2 timeouts, the Eagles' season might have just ended on that play. There it is. The Los Angeles Rams Cinderella story will go to Las Vegas. Unbelievable. The Eagles had such a good season. They went back to the NFC Championship game. Their date with Kansas City will have to wait till another time. Jalen Hurts, 3 interceptions, costed Philly in this game. The Rams defense, who's not been a factor this postseason, was monumental in this game. And we will have a rematch of Super Bowl IV, this time with Stafford at the helm instead of Jared Goff, who Stafford knocked out last week. Unreal games in the AFC and the NFC came down to the wire in both. Probably one of the best conference championship weekends we've had since 2018, when we had a wild Super Bowl with that one too. But the Rams will be going to Vegas to take on Kansas City. Heartbreak in Philly for this entire crowd. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's on to next season. So the Rams knock off the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 and keep the amazing story going. A 5-5 team, 11-6 regular season, now going to the Super Bowl as a 6th seed. Matthew Stafford, 27 for 40, 263 and 2 touchdowns. Kyren Williams had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Cooper Kupp with 95 yards. Jalen Hurts, 3 interceptions did the difference for him. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. That stat line is wrong. Also, A.J. Brown, the leading receiver for the Eagles, at 87 yards. We are proud to present you with the Rams and the Chiefs in Super Bowl VIII in 2 weeks. It will be a full game with a pregame segment, commercials, and halftime show right here on ASC. So we will see you in 2 weeks for that amazing matchup. This is ASC signing off.